Hello, you are welcome to Street Hustle. My name is Obi Smart and I am your anchor on this channel. I want to wish you a prosperous 2026 and I want to believe that you have started making your plans for the new year. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, what we do on this channel is to bring you quality tips, videos on the kind of small, medium, and large-scale business that you can start in Nigeria here and you'll be profitable doing it. For some time now, we have concentrated on the agro sector because we discovered that food is one of the basic needs of life. And so people who go into agro-based kind of businesses are doing great with those businesses. So if this is the kind of video that you love to see, if this is the kind of opportunity that you would like to be a part of, I want you to just hit on that subscription bell icon, be subscribed to this channel, and also hit on that notification bell icon so that anytime I drop a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. Also, I would want you to share this video with your friends and family members, with your colleagues. Who knows? You may not be interested in what I have to say in this video, but they may be interested. So by sharing this video with them, and if they take action based on what they've watched me, they've seen me here say, definitely you have saved a soul. You have been of help to a soul. And so on this particular edition, I will be talking about agro-processing business and the kind of machines that is needed to go into that business. Now, agro-processing business is one of the most lucrative agro-business in the agro chain, in the agro-business chain. You understand? Starting from farming to harvesting to processing to storage to selling. This particular process is called the agro value chain. So if you are in between the planting and the planting, the harvesting, and then the sales, then you are in for good profitable business. So there are many agro-processing businesses that you can start here this year in Nigeria here with a moderate amount of capital. I took my time to go to the far north where they fabricate these machines, because these machines are now locally made in Nigeria. You don't need to import anything. You can pay them money. You can tell them the exact specification that you need, and then it will be fabricated even to international standard in Nigeria. So I was opportune to go to the fabrication yard where they build these machines, and as you're watching this video now, you will see some of the machines on my screen that I was able to check around. In fact, as a matter of fact, I have bought one of them already last year to go into one of the agro-processing businesses that I will be mentioning in this video. So in this video, I'll be listing 10 agro-processing businesses and the machines that is needed to enter into this kind of business. Now, this business, in this video, I will not be talking about the profitability of the business, but just know that any business that has to do with agro-processing is highly profitable. The profit margin is usually very, very high. You understand? So just know that one. Although you have to do some findings anyway before you actually get started. But if you are looking for how to enter into agro-processing business, or you are confused as to what business to start this year, then I'm inviting you to consider one of the businesses I will be mentioning in this video. Number one on my list is the rice processing or milling business. So the machine is called rice milling machine. It's a kind of machine that helps to mill rice. Although there are machines that are involved in the process anyway. There's a chamber where the rice will be first of all milled, then it will now be parboiled. Those processes. Now, those ones are just the process of producing the final eatable rice. But you can mill and then sell to people who will go and parboil. Or you can mill and still have the parboiling chamber where it will be parboiled, dried, treated before bagging. So in my tour, I saw companies that do that. Where they're in the north, they make millions every week. Some of them produce as high as 500 bags of rice in a single week. Some of them don't even meet up with the demand. So if you enter into rice processing business, you are going to make a hell lot of money. Now, it depends on your location in Nigeria. If you are located in Nasarawa State, where I am now, where I am doing this video right now, then this business is for you. If you're not located here, but you can relocate to this place, maybe where you are, you're not doing well, you have money, you don't know what to use your money and do, and you want to relocate down to this place, you can relocate down here. The business is highly profitable here because of nearness to raw materials. You understand? You have to consider that also. But if you are in any part of Nigeria and you cannot come here, but you can actually buy the machine, and then you can be buying the paddy rice, and you send to where you are, you mill there, you sell there, is another great opportunity. You understand? So this is number one, agro-processing business that is highly profitable. Number two is egusi peeling machine. Egusi peeling machine. Of course, you know that the price of peeled egusi and unpeeled one is not the same thing. The profit margin per cup is usually either 15 naira or 30 naira per cup. You understand? So you can imagine where you peel as many as possible. And these machines comes in different sizes. The cheapest egusi peeling machine is around 500,000 naira. That's the cheapest one. That is good. That is very, very efficient. So you can go into egusi peeling business if you are located in any part of Nigeria, and basically where you are, they don't have the machine there. You can buy egusi from the north here or any part of Nigeria where you feel you can buy it at cheaper prices. Then you send them to your location, you peel there, you clean it there, and then you sell there. It's a very, very highly profitable business. Then the third business on my list is the animal feed processing. Fish feed, poultry feed, other animal feed can be processed right here in Nigeria. The raw materials are here, and the machines can be fabricated here in Nigeria. It depends on the capital you are looking at. Please, these particular businesses I am mentioning now, some are capital intensive, some are not. But there's no one that I know of that is over 5 million. No. Except you want to go on mega scale, on a bigger scale, then you can be budgeting over 10 million naira. Only machine, you get the point. So animal feed production, if you have the money to invest in animal feed production, in fact, getting the raw materials is not a problem. I have the access to get them for you. So if this is the kind of business that you want to do, chat me up on WhatsApp with the number on my screen. Just send me a chat on WhatsApp. Tell me you watch my video on this particular business and you are interested. You are interested, please. If you're not interested, please don't contact me. I'm a very busy person and I don't have time to waste. The number fourth business on my list is grinding business. Maybe you are located where people are plenty. They don't have where they will go and grind their pepper, grind their tomatoes, grind their cassava, dried cassava, grind their pap, and anything that is grindable. You understand? So you can actually look at the scale that you want to go into. Contact me on the number on my WhatsApp. Tell me this is the kind of machine that you want to buy or you want to fabricate. Then I get across to the company. I'll connect you to the company, and then you now discuss with them. They'll tell you the price. They build it for you and send it to your location for you. You understand? It is as simple as that. Then you can start your business. The number fifth business on my list is soya beans processing business. Many people know that soya beans is a very, very lucrative business. When you process, you package it, you seal it, and then you sell. It can be exported outside Nigeria. So you can go into soya beans processing business. It is highly lucrative. Then number 6 on my list is cassava flour processing business. Now that flour is very, very expensive. Cassava flour has been in existence in Nigeria during the times of our ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo. I think he commissioned a very big cassava processing, flour making business somewhere in Nigeria. I think I watched it some time ago. So But now the opportunity is still huge. People are not, there are no major players in the cassava flour making business. So you can go into that business, you understand, depending on the kind of scale you want to come into. You understand? But it's a very, very lucrative business. The profit margin for one bag of flour is over 5,000 naira. You can imagine that. That is after you must have done all your expenses, put all your cost of raw materials, cost of machine, cost of everything. The profit margin per bag is still at least 5,000 naira and above. So you can consider cassava flour processing business, and the machines are locally made in Nigeria. Then the seventh one on my list is garri processing business. You can actually go into garri processing business. You know, everybody knows how lucrative garri business is. You understand? You can do that, you know, in your local. So if you are somebody that have money somewhere and you don't know what to invest the money in, please go and start agro processing business. Look at one of these ones I have mentioned. Now, just pick one, just pick interest in one. Then shout me up on the number on my screen now, and then let's get started. Remember, as I always say, there is always a consultation fee. Please, so it's not. Don't contact me if you're not willing to pay the fee. It's as simple as that. You understand? So it's as simple as that. This is my New Year resolution. I have been doing it for free for people, and they're taking it for granted. People call me late midnight, and then they talk, you know, as if I owe them something. So that is justice. So the eighth one on my list is palm oil extraction business. We know how lucrative palm oil business is in Nigeria. You can site your industry at the production areas, at the states where palm trees are much, where they produce palm oil much. You can site it there, and then you can actually build the machine in this north, then move them to the place where you want to establish the business, and then you are in business, you are in money, you're making your money. Then the ninth one on my list is other oil extraction business. There are so many oils that can be extracted from foods. There are machines that are locally made and extract those oil. Soya beans oil, olive oil, shea butter oil, any kind of oil you want to extract, you understand? There are machines that can extract that oil for you so that you can package and you sell and you make your profit. Then the last one on my list, this one is very, very lucrative, but it must be sited close to rice mills, or you can now incorporate it with the number one, which is rice milling business. You now buy, so it is called rice destoning business. You know, Nigeria has started producing rice in large quantity, even though it's not still meeting up with local demand anyway. But it's a very lucrative business. It's one of the business that you can venture into Nigeria. In fact, there was a time I had an order to supply bags of rice, of local rice, and the person says that they don't need they don't want the one that has stone. I have to carry these bags to a place where it was destoned. Do you know that I spent over a week before it got to my turn to start destoning my own? That is telling you the demand. At a point, they had to close and say that the workers are tired. They say they're not working again. The owner has to come and start begging them to go back to work and give them extra money. You understand? So it's a very, very highly lucrative business. So it's something you can start here in Nigeria here. Now, if you're watching this video from any part of the world and you are a Nigerian and you are interested in this business, but you cannot come down to Nigeria, all you have to do, look for any family member of yours or your friend that you can partner with. You understand? Contact the person. Let the person contact me. Then, you know, you can start the business. The person, you will monitor the person and know how the person is doing the business. Or the same, you can still partner with me. You know, there are spaces here where you can install the machines. We talk about the sharing formula. You contact me, we build the machine for you, you get started. You understand? So these are joint venture partnerships that I offer to people that you can actually get started in this new year. Don't be afraid of starting a business. Don't be afraid. Human beings are not designed to know beforehand what must happen. But there are parameters that you use and know whether a business will be lucrative or not. Any business in the agro sector is lucrative because human beings cannot do without food. So that is all I have to tell you on this particular edition of Street Hustle. So the business I have mentioned so far are the 10 most lucrative agro-processing businesses anyone can start in 2026. There are still other ones anyway, which I'll be coming up with later on this channel. So I want you to quickly subscribe to this channel so that anytime I drop the next video, you will be the first person to be notified. Concerning my consultancy fee, I want you to understand that when it comes to starting up a business, you need expert guide. You need somebody that knows about the business to guide you so that you will not be doing trial and error. You understand? So my mentorship ranges from 50,000 naira to 100,000 naira, even above 100,000, depending on the scale you are coming into. But the minimum is a 50,000 naira. Now, whichever business, I shoot videos on 3 kinds of agro business. Number 1 is farming. If you want to farm large-scale farming in Nigeria, maybe you are a Nigerian and you live outside Nigeria, but you want to invest in the agro sector. You want to go into farming. We've been hearing about how farming can be lucrative and you want to go into it. Now, I can help you to source for the farmland, get the workers, whatever you need to be done on that farming, I can coordinate it for you because I have also my own farms. But I must get the farms closer to where my own farms are so that it will be easy to be managed. So I have consulting services on that also. Then the second business is agro storage business. Like I said earlier in some of my videos of the losses that we made last year, 2025, and the later part of 2024. There was much loss for those of us that did agro storage business, but it doesn't stop us from doing more because that is how life is. In some businesses you lose, in some you make profit. But this is the first time it is happening in 5 years. The reason was because there was a kind of government palliative or initiative that actually brought down the price of items that we stored, and so we were greatly affected. Some people lost close to 80%, some lost up to 50% of their capital, but that is life anyway. So, but this year we are also entering storage big time because even that time that this thing happened, there were some particular commodities that were not affected. Those that stored them, they also made money. You understand? So, when you come under my mentorship, now I will tell you the exact ones that did not fail when others failed. You understand? So that is what you have to know. And then the third one is this agro-processing business I am talking about. So I can help you with the sourcing of the machine. I can help you with the installation of the machine. I can also help you with recruiting the manpower that will help you to run the factory, to run the business. Everything is captured in my consultancy services. Like I said, it ranges from 50,000 naira for the small scale people to 100,000 naira to even above 100,000 naira, depending on what you actually want to do, on the level or the magnitude or the scale of business that you want to do when it comes to agro processing business, when it comes to agro storage business, and when it also comes to farming actually in general. You understand? So that is how far I'll be going on this video. Remember to subscribe to this channel, share these videos with your family and friends and your loved ones. You never know, somebody might actually be interested. And I'll be seeing you in the next video. God bless you.